That like Lokakatha kind of, things get mixed up. Not exactly excitement. They had heard, no? They had not eyewitnessed. You're telling about Mathura Vasid, no? So they did not know exactly who killed Vatsasur. So Balram killed Vatsasur, Pakasur. They also told which other Pralambasur they told. Krishna killed Dhenukasur. So a little bit information got mixed up. Not that time. Earlier only, the way they had heard means over a period of time. Like yesterday, that Kamsa was lifting Kailas, na?
So although Krishna was there, but they were taking enjoyment in hearing and discussing about
Krishna Katha has to be relished, even in one sense more than Krishna also. Even in his presence also, Krishna Katha is only important. I gave 2-3 more examples. Which are there? Lord Ram also taking pleasure in Ram Katha from Love Kush. And one more. Even in Golok Vrindavan, I gave here or not? Madhukanta and Snigdha Kanta. They are the reciter, they are the narrators of Srimad Bhagavatam. They are Leelas, and everybody is relishing. Daytime, all those who are in Dasaras, Sakyaras, and Vatsalyaras, and night time, those who are in Madhuryaras, only gopis and Krishna is the only male there, and that is night time Katha. So everywhere Katha only is focused. Katha is more important. Yes, his own childhood pastime narrated by Rohini Mata to all the wives of Krishna. At that time Krishna Balram take pleasure and they get into trance, ecstatic. Jagannath manifested.
And Prabhuji, that Nanda Maharaj was also not given proper seat to sit. They had to sit in the gallery. That shows that when that envy is there towards Krishna, then to the devotees also it will get manifested.
Yeah, one more example I give.
That I am not able to recollect.
Yudhishthira Maharaj, when he was performing Rajasya Yajna, Shishupal allowed that glorification and all the rituals to go on, and then he stood up and said, what nonsense, what kind of what do you call that, Agra Puja Samman is given to this fellow. So he wanted to spoil the sacrifice of Yudhishthira Maharaj, that this will not reach perfection, by proving that the person chosen for Agra Puja is useless person, or he is not fit person. So those who have envy towards Krishna, they will exhibit it predominantly towards his devotees. So Kamsa exhibited to Nanda Maharaj also. But those who are not envious, those who are innocent, they may be sinful also. I was telling, I think here, they may be eating meat and all that. If you say Hare Krishna, they will say Hare Krishna, Ajay Shri Ram, something they will say. But those who are outright envious, they will not be happy by hearing you chant Hare Krishna. Any other online devotees?
Yes, Guru. Go ahead.
When Krishna and Balram broke this bow, after breaking they came and sacrificed.
Krishna and Balram did not in collaboration they did not break the bow.
Yes, Prabhu. Krishna broke the bow, and when both of them returned, they peacefully took rice and milk and slept. But Nand Maharaj was worried because both of them knew that Kamsa is going to kill them. That is what is. Both of them knew that Kamsa is planning to kill them. But they slept peacefully. While Nand Maharaj was worried, what my children have done. They have broken that bow. And then later on,
shouting.
Yes. And later on, when they reached Kamsa, Nanda Maharaj and all Upananda, they took all the gifts and offered him. But then Kamsa is saying, don't be sorry that your children have broken the bow. Meanwhile, Krishna and Balaram escaped because they did not wanted to respect Kamsa. They just went for bath and then they returned back after killing the elephant with the tusk on their shoulders.
Kamsa sent some cowherd men to get them
back.
Go and tell them they should not behave like this and it should come back. Yes, any other?
Yes, Prabhu. This
Acharyas don't tolerate you are telling the bow which he was trying to lift Krishna, it was eaten by termites, like the Krishna Chakravarti Thakur writes. Acharyas, uh, they don't means they Acharyas help to elaborate everything, like they give more detail information. The bow was eaten by termite, like that Krishna has lifted the bow very easily.
But it was not eaten by termites.
It was not eaten. It was not eaten. But it was not eaten. But they.
Krishna's mood was like that while he did that. So it's not my fault, It was maybe it was termites.
So easily he has lifted. So easily he has lifted.
So. Okay, ठीक है. Krishna's mood in revealing to those who are Kamsa's side people that it just broke, it's maybe it was eaten up by termites and all that. It's not my fault.
And every the way,
and he was not saying also. It's like the
way everyone looks at Krishna is different. Like Kamsa looks at him as death.
Yeah, that point was beginning, but maybe you are.
I said, I'm not. Plus, Krishna giving signs again and again, and the non-devotees not getting it, and if it were for devotees, just a little bit of a hint will do. But for them, so many hints, and still they keep on repeating the mistakes, the demonic forces.
I quoted Ishwaroham aham bhogi siddhoham balvan sukhi adyo bijanasmi punasti maya sadrusha. 16th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So humans cannot understand. They need to get kicked only.
Yes.
Krishna needs to kill them only.
And the other point is that during those days, these the powers also were so much that so many others have lifted the Govardhan, and which I did not know. In the sense that became very clear is why even on a logical plane, it is not enough for them.
Yes.
To understand.
True. Okay. Still there on online, very eager, desperate to speak. Else we'll proceed. Okay, we'll go ahead. Because you all have a lot of questions about pastimes, which I was not clear of. So then I just saw my notes on Gopal Champu. Here some details are given. There are many more details. I recommend you to read Gopal Champu. It seems all your questions will be answered there. So many details that you ask. Some of them will get clarified now when I tell some points from there. From some points that I noted down. So before leaving from Nanda Bhavan, Krishna said, let the two elder brothers of Nanda Maharaj, that is Upananda and Abhinanda, remain in Vraja to manage, and the two younger brothers, that is Sananda and Nandan, Nanda Maharaj, they are like Nanda Maharaj two forms, they should go with me. Here only little difference is there. Upananda should stay back. But whereas in Vishnu Shakti Thakur's commentary,
now I can hear, but then too it is very less.
Hare Krishna.
No, it's very clear.
Okay. So here, as per Jiva Goswami, Upananda also stayed back. Upananda and Abhinanda stayed back, whereas the two younger brothers went with Nanda Maharaj.
Yes, now it is okay.
Okay. So also Krishna was given some honor there, but Krishna is compared to one Krishna Saramrug, black stag. So the honor offered by the king to the bound deer, that is Krishna Saramruga, is not the cause of his happiness. some stag is caught by the king and he's given some honor and something, maybe royal food is given. But he is not happy with that because no freedom to wander in the forest to that stag which is caught. You understand? So Krishna is not able to go to Vrindavan in this Mathura. Yeah, so he is not happy. And second is no association of his mate. The stag is separated from deer, whatever that. She stag, whatever. She stag is deer only, no? Isn't it? So then, so Krishna is separated from the gopis, so he is not happy in Mathura. And after Krishna left also, Yashoda Mai was not willing to go back to Nanda Bhavan. Krishna left on the road, on the chariot with Akrura. So the gopis came in between and all that. So Yashoda Mai also was out on the street. So she was not able to enter her house only. So after Krishna proceeded few kilometers, then he sent some messengers asking for kheer. So after Yashoda got the news that Krishna is asking for kheer, immediately she was ecstatic. So she went back in the house to cook the kheer. And as the time passed, little bit, her anxiety was little bit dissipated. For all these 3 days, prasad for Krishna came from Nanda Maharaj place only. That means Yashoda Rani only made it. So in one place he gives that. Yeah, because nearby only, na. So first day was kheer. That Krishna took the kheer, milk, what do you call, rice sprinkled with milk was stored. That kheer was provided by Mother Yashoda only. Where is it? Okay, it may come ahead. Also about Akrura taking Krishna, he took Krishna from some other route only. That is what Jiva Goswami is saying. Why? Because he was concerned these other Brajavasis who are coming, and after going away from Vrindavan some distance, they may convince Krishna, hey, come on, what are we doing? We left Vrindavan behind, so let's go back. And Krishna also will come in their speech and he'll come back. So Akrur took them by some other route only to Brahmarad at Akrur Ghat. So Brajavasis are simple, therefore they reached Mathura outskirts. They did not, they were simple. They did not have this kind of thinking like Akrur had. So after reaching there, they wondered how Akrur did not reach. Therefore they waited there. That we saw already. So here, while bathing in Yamuna, Krishna gave darshan to Akrura and purified him of his crookedness. That is Jiva Goswami. So in one sense, he's crooked only. Na? He is not wanting Krishna to be with Vrajavasis. Because they will convince him to go back to Vrindavan and he will not reach Mathura. So Krishna purified him by giving darshan. Then after entering Mathura, Krishna first came to the place it is called Devi Khar or Kharavas. Now since donkeys lived in the south of it, Kharavas, Khar means donkeys, was, so their residence. So there were thousands and thousands of donkeys there. Even now it seems like Mathura Parikrama when we are going, it is kept on the south direction. So that part is there now also. Huh? Kharavas. Huh? Yesterday, which place? Oh, no. That is where Vrajavasis reached and Nanda Maharaj also had camped. But then there is one, after he took stroll, na? So there the donkeys were there nearby and they had come to this place with that Rajak. This is not exactly, both are not same places. There is some distance. Krishna and Nanda Maharaj, they were all residing here. That is that place, garden kind of. And this is little away from it. This place is still there, it seems. Kharavas, Devi Khar is saying. Seeing Krishna, Mathura women, what all their things happened, he is telling some details. They wore earring in one ear, ointment, that is mascara, in one eye, lac on one leg, Lac, what is it called in Hindi? Lac, you know, no? Not black, lac. Laksha. Hey, Barud nahi re. They apply to the feet. Wax kind of thing. Red color. That lac, not that Laksha Guru lac, not the inflammable lac, which Vidurji informed Yudhishthira Maharaj that Laksha Guru is made up of lac. Not that kind of lac. Ladies put on their feet. Okay, you will not worry so much. But lac they put on one leg only, not the other one. Cloth covering only one breast. Some without bathing only went. Some went without eating. Their upper and lower cloths were interchanged. And from roads and houses they came to surround Krishna. Some went on the top, but others who came, they came there. And when Krishna saw this Rajak coming, so he was coming there with thousands of braying donkeys. Yesterday I told 100, but it is not 100. It is Sahasra word is there. So thousands of donkeys he had brought from that nearby area, Kharwas area, for washing this clothes. So how many clothes must be there? Just like that, he'll not bring donkeys. So they must be having clothes also. Also, he had his associates. He was not the only Rajaka. There were many others, his friends. They were also there, and they were the ones who ran away after he was killed. The weaver had not gone to Vraja for fear of Kamsa, but had heard from his companions who had gone there and returned. Thus he was anxious to see Krishna. This is weaver, whom Krishna met after killing Rajaka, that washerman. And then third was Sudama. About Sudama, Sudam his name, Sudama, garland maker, would visit Vrindavan to get rare flowers, was attracted to Krishna there and would offer those flowers to Krishna. So sometimes he had offered flowers to Krishna. Whenever he was plucking flowers and he saw Krishna, he was attracted to Krishna. He offered those flowers to Krishna. Though originally, in one sense, he had gone there to get the flowers to take to Mathura and make garlands, etc. But seeing Krishna, he was so attracted, he offered those flowers to Krishna. Sometimes it must have happened, not every day. Krishna accepted him also as his friend. Since Krishna's friend was Sudama, his name was Sudama, and Krishna's friend was Sudama. Krishna in Mathura inquired about him and visited there. So that's why who offered obeisances to him? Maybe Jiva Goswami offers here. There we did not read, I think. No? Vishnu Chakra Thakur did not offer obeisances to Sudama. But Jiva Goswami, I think in that book it is written, he offered obeisances because Krishna inquired, where is his house? And he went and visited him there. Because Krishna loved him. And when he was making garland, Krishna was looking at the half completed mala repeatedly. So he offered it to Krishna, the best of the garland. We saw yesterday, 2 garlands he made. But the best one was offered to Krishna. But then Krishna was looking at that half finished garland again and again. So then he thought, Krishna likes this, better let me give him this. Madhukanta is offering respect. And Jiva Goswami is telling, Madhukanta is offering respect in Golok Vrindavan when he is telling the pastime to Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda Mai, Krishna, Balram and so many others who have gathered. This is in Golok Vrindavan. The whole description that Jiva Goswami has written is what Madhukanta and Snegdakanta are telling to Vrajavasis in the daytime, I told, and night time for gopis, etc. So Madhukanta offers respect to florist for 2 reasons. Krishna searched for him and reached his house with a request. So he is very special. Then some lessons from Krishna's, this Kubja's pastime. But this book is in Hindi that I read, so I will read in Hindi. You all understand Hindi anyway. Sri Krishna Bhakti, it's a very tough language Hindi. Now you will understand. श्री कृष्ण भक्ति के अनुसरण में बाहर से टेढ़ापन होते हुए भी यदि हृदय संबंधी सरलता या सीधापन सुंदर रीति से विद्यमान रहता है तो उस भक्ति के प्रभाव से बाहर का टेढ़ापन भी सीधा हो जाया करता है. Very proper Hindi, but this one is somewhat simpler. So you understand, no? Externally she was bent, but because her heart was simple, straightforward, simple, she was devoted to Krishna. So that was the beauty in her heart was always there. of Krishna bhakti or attraction to Krishna. So this external thing bent that Krishna removed, that can be straightened, which Krishna did it. Then about that Dhanusha, it was Shiva Dhanusha, and for lifting it 300 people were required. And शिव प्रदत्त धनुष्य के तोड़ने से जो टंकार ध्वनि, उससे कंस को संदेश क्या था? वो तो क्या है, भूतेशपति महादेव भी श्री कृष्ण के सामने आने में समर्थ नहीं है. Because it is Shiva Dhanusha, when he broke, Shiva should have come in one sense. So who are you, O Kamsa? Even the one who is the owner of this, that is Shiva himself, he cannot come in front of Krishna. So who are you? That was the message Krishna gave, which Kamsa must have understood. So when that bow was broken, it was done in a fraction of a second. I think that description was there. It was done so quickly that that time, what was the effect? Sheshnag ka mastak chakrane laga, the one who is below that Sheshnag. Then the tusks of the elephants of the directions were about to break. That what they call Gaja, Diggaja. Diggaja means, Diggaja for people here also is used Diggaja, but they are already the direction, on 4 direction there are 4 elephants. We know that universal structure. So below. So their tusks were breaking. Such powerful sound was produced. And Brahma thought that the 3 worlds were being destroyed. All the 14 planet systems were getting destroyed. That's what Brahma thought. How powerful that sound must be. We can only imagine. Then after all that, he bowed, broke the bow, etc. Then he came back. So there he is saying, coming to the cards, thinking that it is the highest dharma to kill those who are following adharma, not taking a bath necessary after such acts. He had killed, no? How many? That was not mentioned, but some guards he killed, no? There. So after killing, you should take bath, no? So Krishna did not take bath. We did not come across that. After coming, what he did? He just washed his feet and all, and he took prasad. That was the description. He did not take bath there. Next day he took, but that day evening he did not. But he not only attended what you call death ceremony, he was the killer only, na. So he did not take bath only. So what he thought, that Jiva Goswami is saying, coming to the cards, thinking that it is the highest dharma to kill those who are having the adharma, not taking a bath necessary after such acts, Krishna and Balram simply washed their feet and ate rice soaked in milk. Not enough. There he did not take bath that evening. That we understand, tattva-wise. But Krishna thought, Krishna can take bath also, no issue. Yamuna is nearby only. It's pleasure to take bath. But he did not take bath. So what is his thought process? That is Jiva Goswami revealing. And these are adharmis only. So killing them is not a contamination. So bath is not required. So he did not take bath only. Just washed feet and took Shiranna. So one more for that, our Radha Kunj Bihari Prabhu. His observations, one of the observations getting confirmed. Why? चाणूर मुष्टिक और मल्लों को मार देने के बाद कृष्णा एंड बलराम की अपनी मित्रों के द्वारा मल्ल युद्ध में पराजय देखकर, after Chanur and Mushtik were killed, these boys were so ecstatic, they came. This is before killing Kamsa. And then they had a duel with Krishna. And they easily defeated Krishna Balram. So seeing this, Kamsa का अंतकरण बार बार शंका युक्त होकर पीड़ित हो उठा. ये दोनों तो छोटे छोटे गोप बालकों द्वारा पराजित हो रहे हैं, फिर मेरे अति पराक्रमी मल्लों को कैसे मारा? He is wondering. This is also to confirm him. कुछ तो गड़बड़ था, पता नहीं उन दोनों भूखे आए होंगे कम चाणूर और मुष्टिक. तो इन्होंने, क्योंकि ये छोटे छोटे बालकों के द्वारा हराए गए हैं, तो ये कृष्णा तो not a big thing, I will kill him anyway. So Krishna will give such kind of reassurances to demons that after all they are powerful. Krishna is nothing in front of them. And after killing of Kamsa, which we have not reached anyway, but I will complete here only. I don't know when to do that. There are many more things that he has mentioned, but Krishna took the body of Kamsa to the northern side of Yamuna for the final rites, and he told Nanda Maharaj to go back. He told that I have to perform these rites and all that. And then after performing those rites there, then Krishna came to Vasudev's place. So these are the some details which we had missed out. There are many more details. So many other questions were unanswered. No? What were they? For that, I think we will have to read this. They are all pastime related only, I believe. Details. So you all read Gopal Champu, and you will get quite a lot of details there. So we'll continue. Which was the last one that we discussed? 44th chapter. That is last chapter in this series. Killing of Kamsa. And we discussed up to 6th. So now 7 to 16. 6th I will read. My dear king, all the women present, considering the match an unfair fight between the strong and the weak, felt extreme anxiety due to compassion. They assembled in groups around the arena and spoke to one another as follows. So what their conversation is given in 7 to 16. 7th, please repeat. Mahanayam bata dharma esham rajasabha sadam ye bala balava yuddham ragyo anvichanti pashyatah. The women said, alas, what a greatly irreligious act the members of this royal assembly are committing. As the king watches this fight between the strong and the weak, they also want to see it. So they are condemning both king as well as all those who are watching, because this is highly irreligious, greatly irreligious act. So in commentary, Vishnu Thakur says, the discussion of the women is described in 10 verses, 7 to 16. If the king sees a fight between young boys and strong adults, he should stop it. When the spectators see that the king is watching, they follow suit and simply watch. The king desires to watch and they imitate him. It's like kind of sarcastic remark also. You have some other commentaries also. Are they very big or small? Huh? Okay, here you can read. You have to take the mic. Same message? Okay, so then no need. Maybe you all do research, but will hear class also. Otherwise, you will go ahead, quite light years ahead of me, which is good. But so then 8th one. Vajra sara sarvangau mallau shailendra sannibhau kvachati sukumarango kishaurau napta yauvanau. All this oh at the end means what? Two are there. Who are the two? Krishna and Balram. Or Chandur Mustik. The what do you call that? Combination. What comparison can there be between these two professional wrestlers with limbs as strong as lightning bolts and bodies resembling mighty mountains, and these two young immature boys with exceedingly tender limbs? So Vajrasara Sarvango is for Chandur Mustik. Mallau, same only. Shailendra Sannibhav, these two only. Kvahcha Ati Sukumarango for Krishna Balram, and Kishaurao, Krishna Balram, Na Apta Yauvanao is also for them only. They are not yet reached Yauvan also. So they are immature. Immature means not reached that age. While describing the soft bodies of Krishna and Balram, the women pointed with their fingers. What are your acharyas saying? Sanatana Goswami?
The wrestlers were like Meru, Himalaya, or Vindhya mountain in shape and rough qualities. The repetition of the word Kwa indicates contrast. Being like great mountains was opposite of the boys of Kasur age. But one only reaches Kasur period at 15 years. They were called Kasur because they had not attained Yavan. The word Shri indicates that they were not too big and very beautiful. Kwa Yavano
No, that you don't have to read.
Yeah. Krishna had a tender body and is approaching Yavana period. This big demon is hard as a thunderbolt and well nourished. Vishnu Purana.
Basically, acharyas tell some details. Achha, so many acharyas have commentaries. One acharya says this, another acharya, some comparison will be there. Huh? Tanur Mushtik, no? The big demon is hard as a thunderbolt. This big demon means like both are put together only. Or from Krishna's viewpoint, one demon. Balram viewpoint, another demon. Kumara, Pauganda, then Kishore. Yavan from 16. Two kinds of descriptions are there. I don't know whether I have heard like that. Sometimes one only reaches Kaishore period at 15 years. Okay, you find out and tell us tomorrow. We'll go ahead. Yavan begins, yes. Divya Kishora Murti, Bilangal Thakur says. They are always something like 14 in one sense. Dharma vyatikramo hi asya samajasya dhruvam bhavet yatra adharmah samuttishthenna stheyam tatra garhichit. Religious principles have certainly been violated in this assembly. One should not remain for even a moment in a place where irreligion is flourishing. The women said, certainly there is irreligion, dharma vyatikramaha, in this assembly, samajasya. So no one should stay here. Therefore, we should immediately leave this place. That we know when Vaishnava Aparadha is happening, or for that matter, irreligion is there, one should not be there. Prabhupada says that these brothels, liquor houses, they are in the mode of ignorance. Then cities are in the mode of passion, and forests are in the mode of goodness. Temples are in pure goodness. So, irreligion where it is prominent, so one should not stay there. When one goes in such areas, then one will be influenced by that mode. And here irreligion is prominent. So now commentaries. Okay, now he can read from there, but don't read everything. That which is little different information, that you can read.
Sanatan Goswami. This is certainly a violation of dharma in this assembly of Kamsa, Asya. If one remains present, no one should remain here, and intelligent persons should not remain here from the beginning, and no one should enter this assembly. Another group spoke in this way, according to Sridhar Swami. However, since all they agreed, one can say all they had said this. What can be said?
Yeah, are you reading? We just discussed 9th, na?
Yeah, 9 only.
So you are reading 10th or what?
No, 9.
9th only, yeah? But that is coming ahead now.
Finished. One should not stay here.
Okay, okay. Na sabham pravishayet pragyah sabhya doshan anusmaran abruvan vibruvan nagyo naraha kilbisham ashnute. A wise person should not enter an assembly if he knows the participants there are committing acts of impropriety. And if, having entered such an assembly, he fails to speak the truth, speaks harshly, falsely, or pleads ignorance, he will certainly incur sin. So here he has given big commentary. Another group of women spoke, quoting the rules of the scriptures. We have committed offense by coming here. If someone knows that there is injustice in an assembly and remains silent, or else speaks contrary to irreligious principles, or acts as if ignorant, saying, I don't know, even though one does in fact know, in any of these cases he will certainly incur sin. Therefore, he should not enter the assembly. This prohibition against entering the assembly is for the wise person who is concerned with worldly activities, but not for the wise person who is indifferent to such. For example, Mahabharata explains that during the gambling match, when Draupadi suffered her misfortune in the royal assembly, wise men such as Bhishma, who were concerned with worldly affairs, simply stood silently, whereas the learned Vidura, who was indifferent to ordinary affairs, exclaimed, "And you talk about religious duty?" Thus, all the wise persons in the wrestling arena are afraid of Kamsa because they are overly attached to worldly affairs. So, two people are contrasted here. One group is called as technically those who are concerned with worldly activities. So, in that case, Mahabharata, Bhishma and others are concerned with worldly activities, political affairs or what you call administrative posts and positions. So, whatever. But Vidura, in one sense, was also part of that, but actually he was not, because he understood here this religion has left this place because irreligious activity has begun now, about to begin. So he explained immediately that you talk about religious duty. So they are put in which category? Indifferent to ordinary affairs. That is that category. And other is those who are concerned about worldly affairs. When that supreme religion is not known, then they are having lower dharma, and then Bhishma and all they saying they are not leaving that place and they are not objecting the things that are happening. That is because of Sangh many times. That discussion is there, na? Draupadi laughs when Bhishma is lying on the. What happens? Where that discussion comes first of all? Does it come in Bhagavatam or Mahabharata? Mahabharata will definitely come, but Bhagavatam doesn't come. So Bhagavatam talks about highest only. But anyway, when you heard, what is the explanation? What she speaks? She challenges, na, kind of that, like people are mourning for him, but then what kind of something like that she speaks, and then he responds. How many of you heard this? She speaks something. What is his response? Okay, he smiles. Take that.
Vishnu asked about dharma. To speak about dharma. So Draupadi smiles. How can he speak about dharma?
1 minute. This fan is. So cannot switch it off. Speaker. Okay, ठीक है.
Draupadi laughs and how can he speak about dharma? Who didn't speak in assembly. Then Bhishma understands that. Then he says, yes, Draupadi, because of keeping the fault of Duryodhan, my blood was contaminated. Contaminated, my conscience is contaminated. Now by the arrows of Arjuna, all that blood is gone. Now I can only speak dharma.
Yes. So in one sense, that people concerned with worldly affairs means they follow so-called lower dharma. Whereas a person like Vidura, he followed the highest dharma and he objected to what was about to happen or what was happening. At least he said this, and you are talking about religious duty. Then afterwards, I don't know what he did exactly. No, Vidura left. After saying this, he left the assembly. Oh. Yes, what is Acharya saying? Sanatana Goswami or Jiva Goswami. But don't read in case it is just quite similar thing. Little difference will be always there. That's how.
You have been at fault in entering this arena today.
Tell also which Acharya. I can't see.
Jai Goswami. This is expressed in this verse. One who knows the fault in both clever and foolish statements should not enter the assembly.
The one who understands
both clever and foolish statements. Foolish statements. What is the fault if he simply remains cautious in that assembly? In that assembly, he will be at fault. He understands his own fault arising from his illusion and association in that assembly. It is a sin if, knowing the truth, he remains silent or conceals the truth, or even in ignorance, he tells a lie with Dhruvam. What to speak of being in knowledge and lying?
Basically, these women are saying that this is not proper assembly, religion has entered, and all wise person should not enter. And even if he says, I don't know, but he knows actually that this is not proper to be here. Like that same Bhishma and others, they knew this is not proper thing happening, but they did not leave, they did not object. They were all killed. Wanted action from
the assembly, or one should act?
That depends on the position. Just like Sati could not act thinking that my father only, but at least let me finish off. And Prabhupada says, Brahmana, Kshatriyas and Shudras, how they behave. Brahmanas, they will confront, in a sense, debate, and they will defeat the person. They know the argument, they can argue, they can debate. But the one doesn't know argument. Kshatriya is there, what should he do? Cut the tongue of that speaker, the offender. And Shudra is the one who should leave. So Shudra should commit suicide. And what Vaishya is also said? Vaishya is not tough. Then who should leave that place? Nobody is going to leave. Everybody will be active. Shudra should commit suicide. Then who should leave? Vaishya. Vaishya is not told, I think there. Brahman Kshatriya is there. Shudra is there. And themselves. Why Shudra anyway is saying committing suicide. Vaishya should also commit suicide. Okay. Okay. So we'll go ahead.
So here a question is Mathura is so much full of this tamsas or atrocities and so many demonic forces out there. But somewhere in the 11th canto, I don't remember when I read, Krishna says one who is born in Mathura, he is very dear to me. Does he mean Vrindavan actually, or how does it go, Prabhu? How do we understand it?
That is Krishna's Nitya Lila Sthali, no? Places.
So Mathura includes Vrindavan, right? It's not just that Mathura. When he says the one who is born in Mathura is most dear to me, that must be that whole Mathura district, including Vrindavan and all the forests of Vrindavan.
Chaurasi Kosh.
Everything is Mathura.
Yes, Mathura Vasi is one of the glorious limb of bhakti we practice. Glorious only. These things, Krishna's pastime, so Kamsa is acting atrocities are going on and all that. In fact, the choice was there with the Yadus and Andakas, Rushnis, etc. to go away from that place. But Acharyas also tell that they did not leave because they knew this is where Krishna is going to come ultimately and kill this Kamsa, and will be able to get his association, see him killing Kamsa, etc. So they did not leave that place, though they had to be part of those atrocities then. Physical agony to some extent, if not mental agony was anyway there, because Kamsa was very atrocious. but they still did not
Yes.
leave.
Okay, Prabhu.
For that matter,
Great.
Vrindavan also you see, na, so many calamities ever since Krishna entered, which was just very soon. He came and then
Yeah.
Putana came and so many problems. But
No,
Vrajavati,
at least there the people of Vrindavan were for Krishna. But here, Kamsa and all the
only
everyone was.
party is for against Krishna, but all others, as you see here only, these women,
Yes, Prabhu.
people only. All these
Yes,
Andhakar, everybody is in favor of Krishna only.
yes. Okay, Prabhu.
Only this fellow Kamsa has his own demoniac force. They
Hmm.
are even Ugrasen is for Krishna only. After killing
Correct.
of
Yes.
Ugrasen, you be the king. And Krishna said, no, we have been cursed. We can never rise to the throne. So you only be the king, and I will be your counselor.
Okay,
Everybody,
Prabhu.
they are all doing
Yes,
this.
clear. Yes, it's only Kamsa and his demonic forces.
Yes.
Hare
I don't know. Anybody knows? Anyway, Jarasandha is not born here. He is Magad, Desh king. One of the acharyas, what I have heard is when Putana killed, she killed all the children of these ministers only, because they were supposed to be demons and on the side of Kamsa only. So Putana killed them all. And first time only she came to Vrindavan, she came to Nanda Bhavan. So Krishna was the first one. None of the boys in Vrindavan area were killed. They were intact. And Krishna killed her. So I don't know about, anybody knows? So he is not a Dhamvasi.
Now also many people come to Brindavan and stay, like Marwadis.
So they are not considered Dhamvasi. They are there for business. That's why the Dham Aparat says, no? One should not do business in Dham.
Born means there are two, I have heard like two understanding of born, like living for some 20 years, then is also considered like is a part of that place. Something like that.
Yes. That's what he is confirming. That's why I am confirming. We'll go ahead. Just see the lotus face of Krishna as he darts around his foe. That face, covered with drops of perspiration brought on by the strenuous fight, resembles a lotus covered with dew. In commentary, Vishnu Thakur says, but Krishna and Balram do not appear to be fatigued. There is no fault in this match, since they are seen to be very strong. Anticipating such an objection, the Mathura ladies speak this verse. See, due to being pursued here and there by his opponent, Krishna is showing fatigue and has perspiration all over his moon-like face. Vadana Ambuja means moon face, since the word Ambuja means lotus, moon or conch. Later in the verse, Krishna's face is compared with a lotus. These all rasa only to be enjoyed, relished. Similar statement only, no? Should we go ahead with Vishwanath Thakur's commentary only? And you will go through this? Because otherwise all of you are analyzing whether the message is the same or different. And meanwhile you are reading anyway. So we'll go ahead. Kim na pashyata ramasya mukhamatambralochanam mushtikam prati samarsham hasa samrambha shobhitam. Don't you see the face of Lord Balram with its eyes copper red from his anger toward Mushtik, and its beauty enhanced by his laughter and his absorption in the fight? About Balram. The lady said the reason for Balram's anger, Samarsham, is the fatigue brought about by mustics blows. Balram appeared splendid, being absorbed in fighting and laughing. So when they say there is no perspiration, etc., they say no, just don't you see the fatigue on Balram's and anger and all that. So they are getting troubled. I don't think this is proper thing to go on with. How pious are the tracts of land in Vraja, for there the primeval personality of Godhead, disguising himself with human traits, wanders about, enacting his many pastimes. Adorned with wonderfully variegated forest garlands, he whose feet are worshipped by Lord Shiva and Goddess Rama vibrates his flute as he tends the cows in the company of Balram. You can immediately see in such a wrestling arena they are remembering Vrindavan. They are not ordinary people. Sometimes in peaceful time also we cannot remember Vrindavan. And they in such situation. In this verse, the wives of the Yagic Brahmans in Vraja, or some ladies who share the same mentality, express their prem which is mixed with an awareness of Krishna's opulences, Aishwarya Gyan, due to their torment of not having his association. Becoming intolerant of the unjust behavior of the onlookers, the ladies condemn the city of Mathura because of their pain at seeing Krishna in what they consider an unfair wrestling match. Thus they praise Vraja and its inhabitants, and by that criticize Mathura and its residents. They said how astonishing it is, but the materialistic people cannot understand Gudha, the human-like form, Mrulinga, that Krishna displays in Vraja. Krishna wanders around engaging in various playful activities according to his own desires. We in Mathura are most unfortunate because we simply persecute him like this, and these people are simply watching. Though Vraja is just a forest, it is most fortunate, for there Krishna played his flute and blissfully engaged in pastimes as the Vrajavasis looked on with bliss. So they are contrasting Vrajavasis with Mathuravasis. How Mathuravasis are unjust and all that, whereas Vrajavasis, they were so pleasing to Krishna. This is the implication of their words. The word Anchati, wanders, is in the present tense because the women thought that Krishna would return to Vraja. Actually, however, the words cleverly establish here that the pastimes of Krishna are eternal, as confirmed in the scriptures. So, two meanings. Present tense is used because they thought at at present how they are being tormented here by Mathuravasis. And in Vraja it was so nice, and they will go back to Vraja. And other thing is these pastimes are eternal. That's why present tense also. 14th. What austerities must the gopis have performed? With their eyes, they always drink the nectar of Lord Krishna's form, which is the essence of loveliness and is not to be equaled or surpassed. That loveliness is the only abode of beauty, fame, and opulence. It is self-perfect, ever fresh, and extremely rare. He has given long commentary. Huh? Yeah, but I skip sometimes because it is more or less similar to. Mostly they have taken Vishwanath Thakur's commentary only, but they have put it in their own words also. Their words are somewhat little tough also because they are from America only, na? Gopi Parandan Prabhu and Rudanand Maharaj. So you'll clearly see the difference after Prabhupada 13th chapter is over. 14th onwards you start reading, you will see the English is higher level. Higher level means words and all are. Prabhupada would not use those words. Prabhupada has used some words which are tough, but not as much as they do. They use, and in one sense 11 canto and all, because very gyan and all, very tough in that sense. So tough words also come there. But overall you'll find very tough words in comparison to what Prabhupada writes. 14, 15. And 15. Okay. You have memorized? Slokas is there. Because I did not find them so famous. Though some slokas have to be there for test, so they must have kept these two. Because some rasa is there, Vrajaras, so they have put it. Yeah. And this is Vrajana, Gopyas tapaha kim acharan, yadamushya rupam lavanya saram asamo bhava अन्यन्य सिद्धम सुग्भिः पिबन्ति अनुसवाभिमनवं ब्रापम एकांत धाम यशसः श्रिय ऐश्वर्यस्य. We recited and you will not be able to memorize on the spot unless you are Shruti. So commentary. Those who have accrued heaps of pious activities are born in the land of Vraja. Among them the gopis are the best. That is expressed in this verse. The lady said, what austerities did the gopis do? If anyone is omniscient, then please tell us what austerities they perform. They are open to that. They want to know also. How Acharya? If anyone is omniscient, who is omniscient? Only Krishna is omniscient. But maybe by being in touch with Krishna, somebody may be omniscient also in that Mathura. So they could tell what austerities gopis perform. We will perform the same austerities and be born as gopis in Vraja. They drink the nectar of Krishna's beauty while we at the arena drink the poison of his injuries. We sit here filled with fever from the tips of our nails to the tips of our hair. By mentioning that as a result of austerity the gopis could see the beauty of Krishna's form, they also indicate that it resulted in being embraced by Krishna's arms, which could not be expressed in words on that occasion. Because Virya Ras kind of predominating. So the Shringar Ras will be a bit awkward. The lady said, one should not say that Krishna is most excellent because of his superior beauty. Rather, the essence of all beauty is his very Swarupa, Lavanya Saram. The difference is there. Not that Krishna is the most excellent because of his superior beauty. That means altogether beauty can be Krishna's beauty and some other beautiful people's personality, and that is like sum total of beauty. No, so that is not what they mean. Rather, the essence of all beauty is his very Swarupa, Lavanya Saram. All beauty begins from him only. Even in that NOD Prabhupada says, what is the 64 quality? One of them, maybe Krishna is most beautiful. So there he says when he entered in what Rajaswi sacrifice, that time everybody was wondering what a beauty. Maybe the creator, craftsman in his what do you call special time, he must have given more time and more artistic thing, and that is how Krishna's body. In Hindi they have movies dialogue, खुदा ने इसको फुर्सत में बनाया है. मीन्स इतने सारे बनाने थे, फटाफट बना दिए सब मोल्ड में जैसे, एंड अभी थोड़ा फुर्सत मिला है तो इसको थोड़ा फुर्सत में बहुत अच्छे से बनाया. कारीगिरी यहाँ खुदा ही है, वो खुदा ही है. हाँ वो है. ओके, फिलहाल खुदाई मीन्स वो खुदा वो खुदा ही है. वंडरिंग खुदाई का कार्विंग तो ऐसा होता है, खुदाई क्यों किया उन्होंने. ओके, वो खुदा ही है. यस, ट्रू. But they don't know, in one sense. So they are saying, the creator has used all his craftsmanship in making this body of Krishna. And those who knew Pandavas and all, they are different. But others, they wondered. But it may be objected, since Krishna's form is being exhibited on the earth, which is inferior to his own spiritual realms, therefore the beauty of Lord Narayan in Mahavaikuntha, the best of worlds, must be ever sweeter than this. To this objection, the ladies reply with the word asamordhom. they automatically acquire all desirable things. So all doing everything, gopis are always Krishna conscious. They are singing his glories. Vishwanath Thakur writes, and even while doing household chores, the gopis were not stopped from drinking the nectar of Krishna's sweetness. That is the intent of this verse. The lady said, while milking the cows and doing other chores, such as swinging or sprinkling water on the ground, the Vraja gopis would sing about Krishna's name, form, qualities, and have visions of him. In this way, they test the sweetness of Krishna with both their tongues and their eyes without interruption. So apparently Krishna is not in front of their eyes, but they are able to see him by describing his qualities, his activities through their tongues. Exalted personalities like Brahma keep Krishna in their minds. Krishna himself, however, due to being completely attached, Anurakta Dhiyaha, to the Vraja gopis, always carries them in his heart. Urukrama Chittayanaha. This shows the supremacy of the gopis' good fortune. Only rasa to be relished. Yes, relish. When the gopis hear Krishna playing his flute as he leaves Vraja in the morning with his cows or returns with them at sunset, the young girls quickly come out of their houses to see him. They must have performed many pious activities to be able to see him as he walks on the road, his smiling face mercifully glancing upon them. Commentary by Tricity. The ladies said, when Krishna goes to the forest from Vraja in the morning and returns in the evening, the gopis hear his flute and run out of their houses. They meet Krishna in the small groves situated along the cow paths. Seeing that they are suffering due to separation, Krishna mercifully glances upon them to fulfill their desires. This is the fortune of the women of Vraja. 17. Shukdev Goswami continued, as the women spoke thus, O hero of the Bharats, Lord Krishna, the master of all mystic power, made up his mind to kill his opponent. Commentary. Though the ladies were talking among themselves, Krishna, being the best of yogis, Yogeshwaro Harihi, could hear it. So they were talking among themselves, but Krishna is able to hear. That is there in everyone's heart. Thus he decided to kill Chanura in order to keep these ladies who were very much attached to him from suffering. When they are speaking, their suffering is also revealed. But this is not good. Why this kind of injustice, irreligion has entered. Wise person should not enter such assembly and all that. Though glorification of Raja Gopis is there, but their innate suffering is there. That here injustice is going on. Krishna and Balram are being attacked by such ruthless fellows, etc. So Krishna doesn't want them to go on with their suffering. So he said, enough is enough. Now I want to kill Chanur and relieve them of their suffering. 18. Out of affection for the two lords, their parents, Devaki and Vasudev, became overwhelmed with sorrow when they heard the women's fearful statements. They grieved, not knowing their son's stand. The effect of the women's speech on Nanda and Devaki and Vasudev. Purport. Naturally, Krishna's parents would lament in this situation, thinking, why didn't we keep our sons at home? Why did we allow them to participate in this corrupt exhibition? Yeah. No, they were there. No, that was described that time also. Sometimes Vasudeva and Nanda are described. Sometimes Vasudha and Devaki are described in that parental thing. No, they were there. They too were sitting, we don't know, but at least Nanda and others were gallery only. Gallery. Okay, so they also were not respected since they were not given that platform where, with chains, Sure, Looks quite odd, no? And Krishna would have been agitated like anything, seeing them in chains, as if they are going to run away or something. But prisoners like them would not be necessarily in chains. When Krishna was born, that time definitely he was in chains. But afterwards, when that Ashtabhuja, Durga appeared, etc., then something like house arrest kind of thing. Not that with chains and everything. So here they would have brought in chains. Krishna would have been immediately what nonsense. At least they would have broke their chains first. Yeah, they are not afraid. They are not going to. That's what they are not going to run away. Where did you hear from? Sri Krishna serial. Bhakti Ashray Vaishnava. Because that's how Subhadra is also born. No? They are not like. Krishna releases means, yes, but they can be brought with guards. That is there, but not necessarily with chains and all. And that also. Hmm. 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 That time what? Sure. Captures means what? That is one thing. But putting with chains and all is too much. Subhadra was born afterwards, after Krishna. Huh? The bondage doesn't necessarily means. Huh? Fetters, F-E-T-T. Anyway, you find out. Maharaj is coming, you ask. And tell all. So this is 18th. Pitarao refers to Krishna's parents Vasudeva and Devaki, or his two fathers Nanda and Vasudeva. See here again the same thing is coming. Lamenting over the situation, Krishna's parents thought, why didn't we keep our sons at home? When leaving Vraja, why didn't we tell Akrura not to bring Krishna and Balram to this wrestling arena? Why did we allow them to participate in this corrupt exhibition? The parental affection of Krishna's mother and father covered their awareness of their son's incomparable strength, and thus they felt remorse. There is the suggestion that this ignorance of their son's powers was temporary. Okay, maybe. Okay, so the next word. Lord Balram and Mushtik, expertly displaying numerous wrestling techniques, battled each other in the same way that Lord Krishna and his opponent did. So Krishna Chanur, Balram Mushtik. The expertise or the talents are similar. Just as Krishna and Chanur, Achyute Tarau, fought with each other, so Balram fought with Mushtik. The harsh blows from the Supreme Lord's limbs fell like crushing lightning bolts upon Chanura, breaking every part of his body and causing him more and more pain and fatigue. Krishna injured Chanur's limbs with hard blows crushing like lightning bolts. His elbows, arms, knees and other limbs were all weakened. Furious, Chanur attacked Lord Vasudev with the speed of a hawk and struck his chest with both fists. Prabhupada's disciples write, the demon certainly had the spirit of a good fighter, but if he hoped for victory, he was certainly in the wrong place at the wrong time with the wrong person. No way. Chanur struck Abadhata Krishna on the chest with the clenched fists. 22nd, 23rd. No more shaken by the demon's mighty blows than an elephant struck with a flower garland, Lord Krishna grabbed Chanur by his arms, swung him around several times and hurled him onto the ground with great force. His clothes, hair and garland scattering, the wrestler fell down dead like a huge festival column collapsing. Krishna Bhagwan ki jai. So he is giving the explanation for that festival column. Indra Stragindra Dvaja Iva Patat. The word Indra Dvaja means as follows. In Bengal, on the occasion of a certain festival, people erect a tall column in the form of a man and decorate it with flags, banners, etc. Chanur collapsed on the ground just as such a pole might fall. Indra Dvaja. Anybody has seen? We know Ravan is erected like that on Dashera day to burn him, but it seems some other occasion they put this huge man-like tall column. You read? Huh? Looking good. If it is different information, you may read. Okay, read then. First, take permission of His Grace, Madan Sundar Prabhu.
Though he was the Lord, he began performing action in order to give joy to his devotees who were suffering. He did not imitate being disturbed at all for obtaining pleasure of his own. Krishna remained joyful, undisturbed, like an elephant hit by many garlands. Though an elephant may be hit by many garlands, nothing happened to the elephant. Though Krishna was struck many times by Chanur with great force, nothing happened to Krishna. Harivansa describes this. Since Chanur is eager to wrestler with enmity, I must punish him. I will satisfy the world by this. This wrestler called Chanur, born from the descendant of Karusha, is famous by his body and actions. It should be known that he has defeated and then killed many wrestlers and spoiled the sport of wrestling by his desire for fame in the arena. Some of the wrestlers have been killed in order to give glory to this foolish king because of his faulty behavior. Killing the wrestlers was murder. Krishna whirled him around many times and in varieties of ways. By the force of throwing him on the ground, Chanu died. His life merged into the Akash.
Karush. Where do you hear the word?
Huh?
Karush.
Yes.
He was descendant of Karush, no? Where else Karush comes? As far as I remember, Poundrak story. He also the descendant something. Karush kind of dynasty, some person is there. Poundrak also was in similar line.
Whirling the demonic wrestler around 100 times, he splayed him out on the ground and making his life merge in the sky. He threw Chanur on the ground, shaking him as if giving him up, while saying he is dead. The word sa apatat, he fell, should be added to the comparison. He is compared to a flag staff falling because of his great size. Harivansa says the large arena appeared to be obstructed by mountain with the dead body of Chanur.
Similarly, Mushtik struck Lord Balram with his fist and was slain. Receiving a violent blow from the mighty Lord's palm, the demon trembled all over in great pain, vomited blood, and then fell lifeless onto the ground, like a tree blown down by the wind. Balram struck Mushtik with his palm, and Mushtik fell down dead on the earth. Balram also crushed him with his embrace and uttered foul words as he lay dying. Who did that like that? Bhima. After killing also, especially Dushasan, he kept giving him ill names. So much anger was there. What is the question?
Radhakunj Baripu, you have question?
Yes, Prabhu. So, the way he's saying, I'm just trying to picture this. So, he must have swung him in the horizontal direction and then lifted him and threw him down, right? From top to bottom, like that, straight down the mar.
Yeah, could be.
Because that is the way he can fall from top straight up and then all the way down. That's like a flagpole falling.
Yes, yes. We'll go ahead, Prabhu.
Yes.
Confronted next by the wrestler Kuta, Lord Balram, the best of fighters, playfully and nonchalantly killed him with his left fist, O king. Then Krishna struck the wrestler Shala in the head with his toes and tore him in half. The Lord dealt with Toshala in the same way, and both wrestlers fell down dead. Chanur, Mushtik, Kuta, Shala, and Toshala having been killed, the remaining wrestlers all fled for their lives. Krishna and Balram danced about. No, sorry, the next one. Krishna and Balram then called their young cowherd boyfriends to join them, and in their company the lords danced about and sported, their ankle bells resounding as musical instruments played. So Prabhupada, the disciples' purport is good, modern day scenario. Nowadays we see that in a championship boxing matches, as soon as there is a victory, all the friends and relatives of the victorious boxer rush into the ring to congratulate him, and often the champion will dance about in great happiness. Exactly in this mood, Krishna and Balram danced about, celebrating their victory with their friends and relatives. Yes. Everyone except Kamsa rejoiced at the wonderful feat Krishna and Balram had performed. The exalted Brahmins and great saints exclaimed, "Excellent, excellent." In commentary, he says, it is understood that the best among the Brahmins who were Krishna's devotees were exclaiming, "Excellent, excellent, this is very good." The worst of the Brahmins, however, who were Kamsa's low-class priests, were seriously grieving. Oh, what misfortune. The Bhoja king, seeing that his best wrestlers had all been killed or had fled, stopped the musical performance originally meant for his pleasure and spoke the following words. When should we take break? We'll take break here, I think, because kind of now different. Kamsa is agitated and now his death on this approach. Hare Krishna. So we'll meet after 15 minutes. 12:30. So 12:50 we'll meet. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. The Bhoja king, seeing that his best wrestlers had all been killed or had fled, stopped the musical performance originally meant for his pleasure and spoke the following words. Yeah. Nissarayata durrutto Vasudevatmajau purat Dhanam harata gopanam Nandam badhnita durmatim. Kamsa said, drive the two wicked sons of Vasudeva out of the city, confiscate the cowherd's property, and arrest that fool Nanda. Durmatim he is using the word for Nanda Maharaj. Here in the commentary, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, according to the inspiration of Saraswati, the goddess learning, Kamsa's statement, goddess of learning, Kamsa's statement, drive the two wicked sons of Vasudeva out of Mathura, can also mean give these boys of unattainable qualities the best position in the city. Protect Krishna, the treasure of the coward men, who that most intelligent Durmatim Nanda Maharaj has tied up, Badnita, with the ropes of love for Krishna, and establish an affectionate relationship with him. Like Krishna is Damodar by Yashoda, like that he is by Nanda Maharaj also. Nanda Maharaj has tied him up, Badnita, with the ropes of love for Krishna. So Durmatim is like, isn't it what they call? What? दुरांत दूर अंत है बहुत दूर है so like that durmati means one whose intelligence is quite far means most intelligent person generally we know durmati means जिसकी मति मारी गई है less intelligent it is another meaning also our acharyas cannot tolerate lords or devotees blasphemy so he at least Vishnu Shakti Thakur will immediately give another way. What is your Acharya saying? Our Arjuneshwar Prabhu's Acharyas, Sanatana Goswami and Jiva Goswami.
The two boys were evil because they killed the wrestlers in the matches.
Two boys were
Evil
evil.
because they killed the wrestlers in the matches. Others
In the marches. No, matches.
in the matches. Others should fight with the two, since they are the sons of Vasudev. Since no one can defeat them, they should be driven from the city. The statement also confirms that the two boys had greater attraction for the forest as dwellers in the forest. They were the nephews. Nanda is considered evil since he had friendship with Vasudev. Out of ignorance, Nanda is protecting my enemies. Capture him, but do not kill him. Sanatana Goswami says. Same. Okay. Drive the boys from our city since they are evil, having killed the wrestlers while playing. This is reasonable since they are the sons of Vasudev. They are similar to their father. The real meaning, however, is that they have proper behavior, being merciful even to the wicked. Durvruttao. Since they are Vasudev's sons. Forcibly seize the dairy product brought by the cowherds. Making many offerings at once can cause problem for us. Bind Nanda with chains because he is a wicked. Secretly he protected my enemy. The real meaning is he is merciful even to the wicked. Crafty Nanda is absorbed in sins. He should be bound with iron chains, Harivansa says. Sinful Nanda should be bound with iron chains, Vishnu Puran. He gave this instruction because he was afraid of the cowherds, or naturally bad words came from his mouth in order to cause danger to the best of the devotees.
So many details. Basically, the bhav which is not revealed, our acharyas have captured different moods, different statements, and then they explain. Third. Kill that most evil fool Vasudev, and also kill my father Ugrasen, along with his followers, who have all sided with our enemies. Commentary. This verse can also mean something else. Kamsa said, everyone should take shelter of Vasudev, who has unfathomable intelligence. The word Han in Hanyatam means to go as well as to kill. In comparison to him, there is no one more saintly. You should also take shelter of Ugrasen, who has taken shelter of the Supreme Lord, Parapakshagaha. How exactly opposite could be meaning? Amazing. The fan creates the fan, I believe. Fan is rotating like anything. Just take your ear near to them.
Here. Okay, anyway, what you Goswami and Sanatana Goswami say?
Vasudeva is wicked, Sudurmeda, because he switched his son for Nanda's child. He is most untruthful, Asattama, since he broke his promise to deliver all his sons to me. Sometimes Vasudev's Tudurmeda is seen. The word Cha indicates all those mentioned. Though Vasudeva is just his father, he should still be killed. The followers of Vasudeva and Ugrasen should also be killed, since they are loyal to them. There is another meaning of this statement, however. Display the two sons whose nature are hard to understand. Durvritto. In Mathura, bring Krishna, the treasurer of the cowards, to the city and protect him. Nanda will not give up Krishna. Keep grieving. Nanda hair, delaying him by means of Krishna. Bring Vasudeva, whose intelligence is hard to understand. Everyone should take shelter of him. There is no one equal to him in purity. Take shelter of Ugrasen and his followers. who are loyal to the Lord.
That's what we discussed now. Our acharyas cannot tolerate Lord and devotees. Last one. Like they give this meaning. The Kamsa did not mean all this. He meant all this. Krishna would taken him back to God. Krishna had to keep it. Drumila. What's Drumila? Drumila is one of the 9 Yogadras.
That means he was born from Ugrasena.
This fellow, Kamsa was born from demon.
Harivamsha says that Kamsa's real father was a Danava named Drumila, who by trick seduced Ugrasena's wife. But Kamsa did not know, and thus Sudeva follows his ignorance in saying that Ugrasena was his father.
Last line again.
But
Kamsa did not know that his father was Drumila.
And thus Sudeva follows his ignorance, Kamsa's ignorance, in saying that Ugrasena was his father.
Shri Brahad Bhagavatamrita also this is discussed.
I think Nada told him.
Whom? Kamsa. Where in Shri Brahad Bhagavatamrita did you mention? I don't remember anywhere having heard this. But after their marriage, Drumila took form of Ugrasena and had union with Padmavati and produced. Then Kamsa was produced. So he was son of a demon. He was not son of Ugrasena. As Kamsa thus raved so audaciously, the infallible Lord Krishna, intensely angry, quickly and easily jumped up onto the high royal dais. Commentary. Krishna became extremely angry, prakopitaha, upon hearing this enmity addressed to his devotees. Krishna, unlike most living entities, does not lose his power of discrimination when he is intensely angry. Krishna jumped so quickly on the king's platform that no one saw him do it. It was very fast. So Krishna does not his discrimination is always there, even if he becomes angry. His anger is transcendental anger anyway. Dharma karma cha medivya. What your acharya saying?
His babblings, Jiva Goswamis, his babblings consisted of criticizing others and praising himself. Since Krishna was famous as being inexhaustible, Avayaha, he did not become exhausted by leaping on the stage so quickly that no one could see it. Lagimna. With great impetus, Tarsa, he ascended the platform. Aruhat should be Aruhat.
So that is a very nice word. What is that word? Inexhaustible. Avayaha. So he did not become exhausted by leaping on the stage. Similarly, earlier while fighting with Kola, it appeared like Krishna tumbled or whatever. Krishna can never become exhausted. Laghimna is written. It was very fast. No? So quickly that no one could see it. Laghimna. Here, what is the translation? It is. Quickly only.
Jumping.
Could be. Any next one?
Sanatana Goswami. Why means certainly Krishna became very angry at the proud words of Kamsa, which were more and more offensive. Quickly he jumped on the platform, though it was high.
Seeing Lord Krishna approaching like death personified, the quick-witted Kamsa instantly rose from his seat and took up his sword and shield. 36. Your something is there?
Seeing Krishna quickly enter the royal pavilion, seeing him as his own death, out of great fearful Kamsa, Manashvi, having a bad mind, rose from his seat and, not having a weapon, grabbed his sword and shield.
Words ending in mat or other suffix express abundance, criticism, praise, constant connection, excess, or combination. Thus, Manashwin can mean having abundance of mental anguish or fear. Manashwin.
Okay, 36. Sword in hand, Kamsa moved quickly from side to side like a hawk in the sky. But Lord Krishna, whose fearsome strength is irresistible, powerfully seized the demon just as the son of Taraksha might capture a snake. No commentary. Jiva Goswami is from where is it? This is directly 10th canto or Krama Sandarbha or which Sandarbha? That is not mentioned.
Jiva Goswami. Kamsa moved about.
Priti Sandarbha could be there or Bhakti Sandarbha, but this is in sequence only, no? So that is not exactly in that way. This is not Karma Sandarbha. Nobody knows.
Krishna moved about quickly in various ways. V. Charantam, circling around to the left and right with great skill, like a hawk in the sky. This indicates that he was hard to catch. But Krishna seized him with great
It was Kamsa, na? You read Kamsa? I was wondering why Krishna is moving. Kamsa, read again.
Kamsa moved about quickly in various ways. V. Charantam, circling around to the left and right with great skill, like a hawk in the sky. This indicates that he was hard to catch. But Krishna seized him with a great strength, prasahya, since he was endowed with this great intolerable ferocity. Durgih Sogra Teja. So just as Garuda attacks intolerably ferocious snakes. The example shows that many intolerably ferocious snakes can be easily caught since their power is ordinarily compared to Krishna's.
In that, what they call, that YouTube channel is there, I don't know which one, Life something. There they show many examples of this. How the snake is there coming out of the hole, looking here, eyes, and they show then the eagle at a distance. The eagle is also looking, okay, this fellow is coming out. And the eagle will be going high in the sky and just shooting, capture that, and then the snake runs and this fellow will also go with his, what they call? Claws. Talons, I think. Whatever. Scratch him and all that. And then eventually sit on him and scratch him down and kill him. So Krishna, with that, is Taraksha Garuji. He captures the snake like that. 37th. Grabbing Kamsa by the hair and knocking off his crown, the lotus-naveled Lord threw him off the elevated dais onto the wrestling mat. Then the independent Lord, the support of the entire universe, threw himself upon the king. In Krishna book, Prabhupada says, Krishna at once straddled his chest, he sat or stood up there, his chest, and began to strike him over and over again. Simply from the strokes of his fist, Kamsa lost his vital force. Kamsa was quite easily killed by Krishna. This surprises many devotees. Because so many demons he had defeated, Putana and whatnot. And this fellow, how even other demons Krishna killed, there was some valor, some time fighting with them, some kind of challenge in oneself. Here, the nothing. What? Wait. To Krishna.
Because they were capturing the Vasu. Trying to kill everyone already for so many years happened.
Yes.
Comes also
Ordered what?
ordered to these warriors.
To kill Nanda and
Vasudeva.
Yeah.
There should happen.
Because Vaishnava Aparadh is highly intolerable for Krishna.
Some fight should have been there.
Commentary. Krishna threw himself upon the fallen body of Kamsa so that his own body would not be injured by hitting the ground. Krishna, wanting to kill Kamsa, at that moment thought of himself, Atma Tantra, as the shelter of the universe, Vishwashraya, which was burdened by Kamsa. Yes.
This verse shows how he caught Kamsa. He held him firmly by his head How could he suddenly catch him by the hair, since his hair was bound by a crown? His crown fell off when he moved his head violently, as Krishna attempted to grab his head. Vishnu Puran says, Keshava Krishya Vigalat Kiritam. When Krishna grabbed Kamsa's hair, Kamsa's crown fell off. Harivamsha says, when Krishna grabbed him with his hand, the crown made of gold and ornamented with diamonds fell off his head. Krishna was independent because he was the shelter of the universe. The universe is within the lotus of the navel of Janabha of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, who is but an expansion of Krishna.
Who is which expansion? But an expansion. Any another question? Nothing. 38. As a lion drags a dead elephant, the Lord then dragged Kamsa's dead body along the ground in full view of everyone present. O king, all the people in the arena tumultuously cried out, "Oh, oh!" His people will say, "Oh." Those who are on Krishna's side, they will say that. Purport by Prabhupada is Srila Vishnu Jagat Thakur explains that many people in the audience thought Kamsa had simply been knocked unconscious when thrown from the lofty dais. Therefore, Lord Krishna dragged his corpse so everyone would realize that the evil Kamsa, or king, was indeed dead. Thus, the exclamation "Ha ha" indicates how surprised the people were that the king was suddenly dead and gone. The audience astonishment is also mentioned in the Vishnu Puran. Tato ha ha kritam sarvam asit tat rangamandalam avagyaya hatam društva krishnena mathureshwaram. Then the entire arena became filled with the cries of astonishment as the people saw the master of Mathura had been contemptuously killed by Krishna. Here in Vishnu Sutta comment, the spectators thought that Kamsa had simply been knocked unconscious when thrown from the lofty dais. They did not think he was dead, like all of us. Therefore, Krishna dragged his corpse so everyone would realize that the evil king was indeed dead. The audience expressed their surprise, saying, "Ha ha, ha heti." Because though Kamsa was a great warrior, he had been killed with such disdain. Disdain is contempt. The audience astonishment is also mentioned in the Vishnu Puran.
Because Krishna fell on top of him, he died. Samaparetam. While the universe Samaparetam. While the universe watched, he dragged him on the earth. This means no one opposed this, and everyone was happy. They cried out in astonishment, since Kamsa, though a great warrior, was killed with disrespect. Disrespect. The audience astonishment is also mentioned in the Vishnu Puran. The entire arena became filled with cries of astonishment as the people saw that the master of Mathura had been contemptuously killed by Krishna. Shukdev, full of joy, called out to Parikshit when he saw that he was also joyous. Sanatana Goswami.
Who was joyous? Parikshit.
Parikshit was joyous.
Same. Because Krishna fell on top of him, he died Samparitam. To satisfy Vasudeva and others, he dragged him on earth. This produced a huge trough.
Trough. Huh? Channel. Okay, by dragging.
He dug out a huge trough of water by pulling Kamsa's body quickly. Vishnu Puran. This is known as Kamsa's canal or Kamsa's river. This is near Vishranti Tirtha. This implies his body was huge and tough. Roaring like a lion suggests that he pulled him easily with anger. Everyone saw this directly. No one had been able to stop him, though he was the wickedest person. Now everyone was happy. They exclaimed with disrespect for the death of huge demons. Then the entire
contemptuously killed. Kamsa had always been disturbed by the thought that the Supreme Lord was to kill him. Therefore, when drinking, eating, moving about, sleeping, or simply breathing, the king had always seen the Lord before him with the disc weapon in his hand. But Kamsa achieved the rare boon of attaining a form like the Lord's. Sarupya. For a commentary. Although born out of fear, Kamsa's constant meditation on Krishna eradicated all his offenses, and therefore the demon got liberation. This is the intention of the verse. There.
In relation to this, Kamsa, Jiva Goswami commentary. In relation to this, Kamsa's liberation is described. Kamsa constantly saw Krishna because of great fear in his mind. He now attained the radiant form which he had constantly seen. Whatever state of being one remembers when he quits this present body, in the next body he will attain to the same state without fail. Previously, this is like the trapped insect which becomes a wasp. Such a form was rarely attained. Previously, when he was Kal Nemi, he was killed by Ajita, but he did not attain liberation. How did he now attain liberation? Though he was so sinful, Krishna was the supreme form of Lord Ishwaram, manifesting all of his unlimited power.
As Kal Nemi, he could not get liberated. Krishna could be liberated.
Sanatana Goswami. In relation to this, Kamsa's liberation is described. Kamsa constantly Nityada saw Krishna, or he saw him in such a way to produce liberation, Nityada, with intelligence full of fear, thinking of him as an enemy, Udvigna Dhiya, or he thought with the idea of destroying the Lord's eternal abode, Nityada. By taking the role of the Lord, he thought he could destroy his fear.
Taking what?
By taking the role of the Lord.
Kamsa took the role of Lord.
Yes. He thought he could destroy his fear. The Lord manifested his upraised chakra for upraised chakra for killing him. Because he saw the Lord in front of him, he attained a form given to demons, composed of Brahman, not a form as a personal associate, rare for yogis. Va indicates everything. He thought of the Lord while walking, vicharan, breathing, and all other activities not mentioned. It was previously mentioned that he thought of the Lord while walking and eating. How did he now attain liberation, though he was so sinful? It was by the power of the Lord, or the Lord manifested his unlimited powers. Though as a Kal Nemi, he was previously killed by Vishnu, he did not attain liberation. Now he attained it by thinking of Krishna.
That's what I was wondering. He thought he saw the Lord with disc, or he saw what? He saw Brahma Jyoti carrying disc. What was that expression?
He said, he attained a form given to demons composed of Brahman, not as a form as a personal associate.
So that Sarupya means Sayuji only then.
And he did not get Sarupya, Sayuji.
But Sarup is impersonal. Because he meditated on impersonal Brahman only. Like that, no? Correct?
No, because he's a demon, therefore he will always get that one.
Yeah.
For some special like.
No, but Sarupya word is used, no? So that becomes confusing. His Rupam. Which Rup? Impersonal. So which one then? Because of the commentary we are confused a bit, no? Otherwise everybody safely assumed that Sarupya is going to Vaikuntha planet and attaining the similar form like Lord's. Sometimes that way so many other demons also got person. That's how generally person will be killed, no?
The quality of that form, switching form.
So that Brahmeti Paramatmati Bhagwan in one sense, absolute truth has all three features. But because his meditation was on the impersonal Brahman, isn't it? That's why he got merged into impersonal.
He saw the Lord.
That's what I am asking. How the Lord with the disc?
He saw that. Jiva Goswami is telling Prabhu he got Sarupya. Sanatana Goswami is telling he got Sayuji.
That's what.
Difference.
That's it.
Where Jiv Goswami is saying?
Jiv Goswami is saying
Clearly वो mention नहीं किया है.
Here,
where is saying?
he is saying
That's
first paragraph. First paragraph.
Radiant form is sometimes soul also goes, it becomes radiant only. When he leaves the
So
body,
the description
radiant.
दिया which he has at constant.
So Krishna na constant.
It will take time. Which one he attend?
Because he describing what first time which happened.
Yeah, earthly pastime only is being described in Golokula. That's why they get so absorbed that Krishna is doing for Mathura. Radharani cries like anything. Then that Madhukan says, "Arey Radhe, that Lord who left for Mathura, he is next to you now. That happened long before on earth. This is Golokula, he is next to you." So then she says, "Oh, he is here." That is absorption in Katha. She is crying only. And that happens quite sometimes. Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda, they are told again and again, "Arey, that Krishna in the coils of your Kaliya, he is already relieved. He is next to you, or he is sitting on your lap only." Like that. Samsavad is there, but page number 356.
Chapter number
कृष्ण रूप में भगवान देखते हैं वैकुंठ लोक पहुंचे.
chapter number क्या है?
तब श्री कृष्ण ने उनको विश्वास दिलाने के लिए उस सभा में उस मरे हुए कंस को अवज्ञा पूर्वक पृथ्वी पर चारों ओर इस प्रकार घसीटा जैसे बलवान सिंह मरे हुए हाथी को खींचा करता है। उस समय चारों ओर जय जय ध्वनि पूर्वक वाद्य कोलाहल मच गया एवं स्वर्गवासी देवतागण तथा पृथ्वीवासी नर नारी सब स्तुति करते हुए श्री कृष्ण पर फूलों की अतिशय वर्षा करने लगे। आनंदवर्धन श्री कृष्ण ने तत्क्षण ही कंस को मुक्ति प्रदान कर दी। आत्मीयगण ने उस समय श्री कृष्ण की इतनी अर्चना की कि वह स्थगित बुद्धि विमुग्ध हो उठे। इधर तो इतना ही लिखे मुक्ति प्रदान की।
He came at Chand Kazi later, so he didn't attend Saraswati. Demons again generally two kinds of liberation. One is Sayujya and sometimes Sarupya.
ठीक है unresolved kind of.
Majority of votes come from votes.
If not by Krishna's killing, by your votes, you will definitely get something.
Acharya votes.
Acharya. I thought you were talking about Bhaktivedanta students' votes.
Jiva was saying,
Sarupya.
by the power of yogis, he will change it from Brahman to Kola.
Kamsa's younger brothers, led by Kanka and Nyagrodha, then attacked the lords in a rage, seeking to avenge their brother's death. Kamsa's brothers pursued Krishna to absolve the debt, Nirvesha Karina, to their brother. Anything? Instead of Anuja, younger brothers, sometimes Anuga, follower is seen. Followers is seen. In any case, their natures were similar to Kamsa's. Sanatana Goswami. Instead of Anuja, younger brothers, sometimes Anuga, follower is seen. In any case, their natures. They attack Krishna on all sides or facing him, or they attacked without fear, Abhi, rushing quickly. As they ran swiftly toward the two lords, ready to strike, the son of Rohini slew them with his club, just as a lion easily kills other animals. Jiva Swami. They were as quick, Rabasan, as Kamsa, or showed similar anger. Tatha. By divine power, he obtained a Pariga, or the elephant tusk looked like a Pariga. Sanatana Goswami. By divine what? Who attained? These all brothers, followers. Again read. By divine power, he obtained a Pariga. Who he? No, Balramji. Pariga is the elephant tusk. Yeah. Or elephant tusk looked like a Pariga. Sanatana Goswami. He killed him. They were as quick, Rabasan, as Kamsa, or showed similar anger, Tatha. He raised his club, a weapon made of his mushala, pestle, and killed them since he was the son of Rohini, doing what was pleasing for Krishna's pastime. Or he wanted to please Vasudeva and Devaki, his parents. The enemies were like animals, and Balaram was like a lion. They were insignificant. He could kill them easily. One place it is said he lifted the tusk, another place it is said he lifted Mushala. Look like? What look like?
By divine power, he obtained the elephant tusk looked like a
So he had elephant tusk, but it looked like Pariga. But any of the other Sanatana Goswami says Mushala. Kettle drums resounded in the sky as Brahma, Shiva, and other demigods, the Lord's expansions, rained down flowers upon him with pleasure. They chanted his praises and their wives danced. Jiva Goswami. The Devatas were the servants of Krishna. They had been given power by him, Vibhutaya, Sanatana Goswami. All the Devatas became pleased. Drums sounded on their own, since they were heavenly drums, or on the strength of the auspiciousness. The drums played by themselves, huh? Yes. Generally, the demigods play. What are these charanas and others doing? In the modern day temples, sometimes they switch on the fire and
to bring that law.
no, but here so many demigods, 33 crore. What is the point in anything? Okay, anyway, but they are heavenly drums, they played themselves. Brahma and Indra and others, who were his servants, Vibhutaya, pleased, showered flowers and sang praises. Very good, very good. The Apsaras danced. My dear king, the wives of Kamsa and his brothers, aggrieved by the death of their well-wishing husbands, came forward with tearful eyes, beating their heads. Jiva Goswami. Suhrit refers to the husband and others. Sanatana Goswami. The wives and the other women related to Kamsa and his allies, grieving because of the death of their husbands, etc., approached those dead bodies in the arena, Abhiyu, or they came without fear, Abhi. They bet their heads constantly, Nignantyaha, pulling out their hairs, B, while crying. O great king, Sukadeva cries out in joy, or they were aggrieved by the death of their friend, the great king Kamsa Maharaj. Though they grieved for others, they did so especially for Kamsa, who was the protector of all. Embracing their husbands, who lay on a hero's final bed, the sorrowful women loudly lamented while shedding constant tears. Sochati or Sochantaha. Lamenting. Veer Sayayam means death on the battlefield. They were lying down as if sleeping. Sayanan. Veer Sayanan means death on the battlefield. They were lying down as if sleeping. They each embraced their husband and lamented with loud, pitiful voices while constantly releasing tears. Constantly can modify the verb as well, other verbs as well. The women cried out, "Alas, O Master, O dear one, O knower of religious principles, O kind and compassionate protector of the shelterless, by your being slain, we have also been slain, together with your household and offspring." Near Krishna Chaitanya says, "The daughter of Jarasan and others who were married speak in 2 verses. Along with our houses and offspring, we also have been killed." Each wife lamented in this way, or the wives of Kamsa lamented as in the verse. Since they were the chief women lamenting, they were so compassionate, Karuna. We have been slain along with other houses and children by your dying. They say that out of great grief, another burden has Tvai Aparhita Api Nihata. Though you were hit only slightly, we are now dying. They each addressed their dead husband, each among all of the lamented, or the chief wives, those of Kamsa lamented. Ha indicates great difficulty. O most compassionate Karunanath, O affectionate one Vatsal, or O compassionate one Karuna, O affectionate to persons without shelter Anand Vatsala. The addresses were progressively more excellent. By your complete death, Ahate, we die, or even slightly wounded, we along with our children die completely. Nihata, what we speak of your dying. O great hero among men, bereft of you, its master, this city has lost its beauty, just as we have, and all festivity and good fortune within it have come to an end.
Whom they are referring previously?
Their husbands, dead.
Offspring means children.
Children, that means they will be like fatherless now.
Becomes a means,
I don't know, but mostly
they were said, na? The husbands, the name of husbands means
Kamka and Yagrodhak, and there are 8 brothers, no? Kamsa has. So Kamsa also must be having children. He had 2 wives.
especially for Kamsa, but for others also.
Yeah, others also, brothers are there, they're more or less same. All their wives are coming. Kamsa himself had 2 wives. Others also may be having more than one sometimes. They all are crying. The 46th, what is it? The city is without festivals and auspicious singing and dancing, since you have been separated from us permanently. We Rahita. Your qualities are not present in anyone else. Purusha Rishabha. The words also have a negative meaning. Anath Priya Dharma Gya Karuna Anatha Vatsala may be taken as one word. O wretched, with no affection, no knowledge of dharma, no mercy, and without compassion for the wretched. Rishabha refers to a musical note, a medicinal herb, a bull, and also means excellent according to the Vishnu Prakash. O devious man, does not the city look wonderful without you? No, that happens. Like Ravana also killed Manvadari the way she cries. No? She says, "Oh, now what will happen? This, that." And then she says, "You made everybody cry. And this was bound to happen because you took Lord Ram's wife." So they say from both angles also. The personal grief also they reveal, and then they say how you should not have taken this path. So here anyway, we don't know exactly what. But I think that is coming the other side. Oh dear one, you have been brought to this state. Yeah, they are telling anyway. But where is Rishabha? What you are saying again and again? No, in this verse. Okay, the Purusha Rishabha. Rishabha means the best of the human beings, or the supreme being. Rishabha. Or Rishabha properties. But here anyway, these women in their grief are saying like that. Now next verse we can see. Anagasam dvam bhutanam Kritavan droham ulbanam Tene mam bodasham nito Bhuta drukko labhecham Oh dear one, you have been brought to this state because of the terrible violence you committed against innocent creatures. How can one who harms others attain happiness? Here in purport they are saying property. Suppose having expressed their sentimental grief, the ladies now speak practical wisdom. See, sentimental grief is over till 46th. In 47th they are speaking now onwards practical wisdom. They are beginning to see things realistically because their minds were purified by the agony of the recent events and by the association of Lord Krishna. So they got purified, so they are speaking. Yes. What are Acharya saying?
Jiva Swami. Some women who lamented along with the others just as a matter of material custom. Understanding the truth, speak in two verses. You committed excessive violence to sinless beings, making them die with great suffering. Ulmanam.
So here Jiva Goswami is saying that other women who out of what? Social or what? Material custom. They cry, but now they are speaking the truth also. That is okay. And Sanatana Goswami?
If he were an excellent person, how could he die so miserably? You committed excessive violence to sinless beings, O king of the demons, but that is not a sin for demons like me, dedicated to knowledge.
Who is saying this?
O king, women are saying.
Women are saying. That is not a sin.
O king of demons, but that is not a sin for demons like me, dedicated to knowledge.
Kamsa's arguing. Then next refutation.
There is no happiness or auspiciousness, shama, for the violent person.
Okay, then refuting. Kamsa is dead, but still Acharya saying he may say like this, So then they are refuting it. सर्वेषामिह भूतानां एष हि प्रभवाप्ययः भोक्ता च तद् अवध्यायी न क्वचित् सुखमेधते. Lord Krishna causes the appearance and disappearance of all beings in this world, and he is their maintainer as well. One who disrespects him can never prosper happily. In commentary, Vishnu Prabhu says, the lady said, he, Eshaha, Krishna is the source, Prabhava, and ultimate resting place, Appeya, of all living entities. Those who disrespect Tad Avadhyayi, those who disrespect Krishna never attain happiness. So Prabhava Pralaya, that's Sloka. Ham Sarvasya, Prabhava, and the source of all material and spiritual worlds. And Appeya also is ultimate resting place, means after death. What are Acharya saying?
A person who disrespects Krishna cannot flourish happily in this life and the next. Kvachit. What to speak of a person who attacks him? Rather, he withers away with suffering. This is spoken from the point of view of criticizing Kamsa, without seeing how Krishna's nature is to give ultimate happiness to even such evil persons. Sanatana Goswami. For a king, it is necessary to commit violence against his enemy. He means he certainly or he alone. He certainly or alone, he, the creator and destroyer, as well as the maintainer, Bhakta. This means he is the Supreme Lord. Maintenance is mentioned last because at this time he has appeared in the world for protection. It is a great sin to commit violence to persons he protects, as he is the protector of the world. The person who disrespects him, avadhyayi, or commits violence to him cannot attain happiness, even by offending only once. What to speak of offending him because of one's nature? Avadhyayi indicates that the person has a character of disrespecting others. It does not prosper happily. Sukham erate. He continually dwindles with suffering. With fear in life, one never attains happiness. In death, one also does not attain happiness. Kochi. Liberation is the only way to have absence of suffering. Liberation is the only way to have the absence of suffering. 49. Shri Shukha Uvacha Rajayoshita Ashvasya Bhagavan Loka Bhavanaha Yamahur Laukikim Samstham Atanam Samakarayat. Shukdev Goswami said, after consoling the royal ladies, Lord Krishna, sustainer of all the worlds, arranged for the prescribed funeral rites to be performed. According commentary says, O wives of Kamsa, today you have met with great misfortune, but I am obligated to protect you. So why should you worry? In this way, Krishna consoled them. So he will take care.
He consoled the woman since he was the maintainer of all people, local harmony. With natural compassion, Vishnu Puran says, the Lord, experiencing great unhappiness and then afflicted with suffering, comforted the woman personally with tears in his eyes.
Tears in his eyes.
Hearing the excessive, miserable lamentation of Kamsa's wife, he criticized himself in the assembly of widows. Oh, I have widows of Kamsa's 1,000 wives because of my foolishness in places like
1,000 wives? Rasi and Bhakti, there are only two men. Apart from that, 1,000. Thousands means 1,000 or more than 1,000? 1,000. Only one. Or another Goswami?
Krishna arranged for the funeral rites for the dead. Sanito Yamuna.
I don't read that translation.
Rites were performed on the north bank of the Yamuna. He made the arrangement in order to stop the lamentation of the women and to maintain the purity of the holy places.
Sujiva Goswami says this. This is another Goswami. Mataram Bindaram Chaiva Mochayitva Thana Bandhanat Krishna Ramo Vavandat Te Shirasa Sprushya Padayoho. Then Krishna and Balram released their mother and father from bondage and offered obeisances to them, touching their feet with their heads. Shudhava Thakur in commentary, Krishna and Balram touched Sprushya, Samyak, their heads prominently to the feet of Vasudeva and Devaki. I was thinking this is like Maharashtrian style. In Maharashtra, the children put head on the feet of the parent. In North India, I think they only say Pailavu. They touch the feet with the hand. So Maharashtrians are perfect in their following Krishna and Balram.
They released their parents and later offered respects. Unable to tolerate others' grief, he was first eager to make arrangements for the wives with their deceased husband.
He was eager to
make arrangements for the wives with their deceased husband. Husbands are died. For them,
with the funeral and all that. And then?
When all people had left, the noise subsided. The two boys then touched their heads completely to their parents' feet. After making arrangements for Kamsa's body, because he could not tolerate others' suffering, he freed first his mother out of extreme affection and to please Vasudeva, and then freed Vasudeva, his father, since he could not tolerate their bondage. The two boys touched their heads to their feet, showing great devotion to them. Krishna is mentioned first, since he was filled with compassion and did this first. Balram followed with action.
Last verse.
देवकी वसुदेवश्च विद्याय जगदीश्वरौ कृतसंवन्दनौ पुत्रौ सस्वजाते न शंकितो. Devaki and Vasudev, now knowing Krishna and Balaram to be the lords of the universe, simply stood with joined palms. Being apprehensive, they did not embrace their sons. In commentary, Vishwanath Thakur writes, remembering the events of Krishna's birth and observing his power in killing Kamsa, Vasudeva and Devaki saw Krishna as the Supreme Lord and therefore could not embrace him. Being aware of the custom that parents do not bow to their children, Vasudeva and Devaki did not offer obeisances to Krishna. Paralyzed from fear, they simply stood there. So they are not able to reciprocate as parents, nor are they able to bow down. They cannot bow down. Just hold on and says.
Jiva Goswami. They knew that the two boys were lords of the universe, particularly since they had just seen their astonishing actions. They developed realizations of their great power, remembering the news about their birth. They became frightened, thinking of their sons as the lords of the universe, though the two sons were now devoted, offering respects. They did not embrace their sons but stood offering respects and praises. Vishnu Puran says, Vasudeva and Devaki raised Krishna from the ground and remembering the words spoken at his birth, they offered respects to him.
They offered respects to him.
Praise to Krishna. Their long prayer is recorded in Vishnu Puran. Respect means offered prayers. Sanatana Goswami. They knew the boys were the Supreme Lords in a special way. Previously they saw Krishna's remarkable form in the prison, but now they had seen and heard about his astonishing actions and realized them as lords of the universe. Or experiencing the boys with parental love in prema was superior to knowing them as lords of the universe. In this way the realization was special. Or they knew them as the lords after they had offered respects to their parents, praised them and stood there. Although they knew the two as the supreme lords, they were not worried but embraced them since they accepted them as their sons and offered respects. Devaki is mentioned first since she was the main person to embrace with affection. Later the parents placed the boys on their laps out of intense affection. After the Lord spread his Maya out of mercy to cover their awareness of him as the Lord. Thus ends the purpose of the humble servant of his divine grace. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada to the 10th canto 44th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam entitled The Killing of Kamsa.
Vedic custom or etiquette is when the younger ones bow down, the elder ones pick them up and embrace them. Here Vasudeva Devaki out of their Aishwarya Bhava, they feel little embarrassed. They are the supreme lords. Could we embrace them? But then the description came, afterwards he covered them with yoga. Then they embraced. Yes, any question?
Dashavatara. Other people say that Krishna and Balaram remain Dashavatara. But we as a Vishnu Sundarshyam, only Balaram became one of the Dashavatara. So where is authentic information?
Jayadeva Goswami's thing only. He says Balaram is one incarnation. Keshava Aladhara Rupa. Jaya Jagadisha. Krishna is avatari, he is not avatar. Though he is enlisted in that in the first, third chapter of first canto, but afterwards he is again put separately. Same thing Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami also says in Chaitanya Charitamrita. This is the source of all incarnations.
Other people they put between it. So when we taking different references,
they may take
the Dashavatara. They also include Lord Krishna, so they have different references or different.
No, we also have a photo of Krishna Balaram, both are there. I think in that Dashavatar photo is there, but it is referring very clearly to Haldar only. Keshava word is everywhere, that is for Krishna. Keshav took this form, Keshav took this form, Keshav took. He took other Rupa also. Yashavadrita, another Rupa. Jaya Jagadisha Hari. Then Lokapati Rupa, Vamana Rupa, Kurma Sharira and all that. So it's not that he Keshavadrita Krishna Rupa, that description is not there. Keshav only, Krishna only came in these 10 forms. And Jayadeva Goswami is the most authentic. They sing also in the also in India. Apart from that, any idea where else all 10 incarnations are described as Dashavata? Apart from Jayadeva Goswami. We don't know anywhere.
What that is, Jayadeva Goswami?
Yeah, made it very famous. Otherwise, there are so many incarnations in Avatara, Yasangya, and even in Bhagavatam 3rd canto, 3rd chapter also. There are at least how many? 22 are there. But there also at the end anyway, Krishna's to Bhagavan's Swayam.
Even recently they made advertise it in Ramlalla. Krishna is there, the Dashavata outside is there. Krishna, rest of Krishna.
So they can be asked. Yeah, they have the trust now, and devotees are there, Ramlalla devotees. They can be asked, these 10 incarnations, where is it mentioned in the scriptures? So no, mostly they will say Dashavata, it is Jayadeva Goswami. But there Krishna is not mentioned as an incarnation. Balram is mentioned. Where is Balram? Is Balram there in that time? So Balram, the Krishna should not be there, Balram should be there. Because very clearly said, na, Yamuna, Geetam, what is that? When Balramji drank Varuni, then he became intoxicated and he told Yamuna, drank Yamuna. That clear description. And then Keshavadrita, Haladhara Rupa. That stanza says how Balramji, isn't it? He drank Yamuna. Similarly, Tavakara Kamalvari Nakham, Nasingdev, and then what is that? Nindasi, Ved, something like that. So very clear description of each 10 is there. So Krishna's no description is there. That means Krishna only accepted these 10 forms. He is the source of all 10.
Outside they have conception that Vishnu is main and Krishna is incarnation.
That is there. But now talking about only 10 incarnations in specific. So where is the description? Apart from Jayadeva Goswami's Dashatas. And all these 10 also, Jayadeva Goswami, the way he described, nowhere Krishna's mention is there, Krishna's description. Kurma Sharira, then that Kurma, what he did and all that. Then Buddha, what he does. Haldar, what he does. Everywhere Keshava, Dhrita, Kurma Sharira, Vamana Rupa. So they are all incarnations of Krishna. You go to Ayodhya and ask them. And then we will see hear their version. But they have some other version. Any other question?
Now only I think the Nanda gets down after Krishna kills Kamsa, that 7th child, 8th child of Vasudeva. Mike.
So now he gets doubt, Nanda Maharaj, that he is not my son, right? This is the time. The Akashvani knows.
Yeah, but throughout Gopal Champu, the way description is, Vasudeva is thinking he is his son, but actually he is my son. And everywhere Krishna also confirms it. So much so that when Rukmini is kidnapped by Krishna, he just puts her there in Dwarka, but he is not marrying only. Why? Because Nanda Maharaj has to give blessing. My father, without his blessing, how? So then the 2 messengers had been arranged by Nanda Maharaj. Like that 50 pairs. So 2 will go, then next 2, like that 50 pairs of messengers. 100 people were appointed by Nanda Maharaj to get continuous news of Krishna and Balaram wherever they are. So that, not Dwarka, Mathura first, then eventually when they shift to Dwarka, then Dwarka. So this is happening. So then these messengers come and say, Krishna has kidnapped Rukmini, but he is not marrying only. Why? Why you kidnapped for marrying? Without your blessing, father and mother's blessing, how will he? So then Nanda Maharaj writes a letter, sends through the messenger. That, my dear Krishna, we have full sanction for your marriage. You are a king, so you naturally will marry. This is the age also. You marry her, like that. And they write for a future also. Because you are a king, you may marry more also. So you need not worry about our permission and all that. You are king, you can satisfy Vasudeva. Like that is the description all throughout there in Gopal Champu.
Like same description like Maharaj, Bhaktivedanta Maharaj is telling that now the time to send them back, Nanda Maharaj and others. So they hear from others that the eighth child of Vasudeva and Devaki only is supposed to be. Then they come to Krishna that time. Everybody is saying like that, and Krishna pacifies, no, I am your son only. But now you should go, I have to stay here. But he gets doubt that time, that's what, because Nanda Maharaj, because many are saying like that. So then that's what he comes to him, Krishna, and reveals this. So that's what Maharaj.
Yeah, but in the way Krishna speaks with him,
now Krishna sends them back, what he said to Nanda Maharaj and others.
so here there's so much detailed description that he says, two boys are there. One is, I think, Sridhama, he looks like me only, so he can wear my clothes. And who's the other one? Huh? Not Krishna. Somebody else. Stok Krishna. Stok Krishna, I think he's like Balram, so he can wear Balram clothes. And these cows and other animals, they will only go by smell. So when they smell my clothes and all that, so they will think that they are Krishna Balram only, and they can be pacified like that. So, and we have these some demons to kill. They will come. He is promises specifically also, I think. There are some demons remaining, after that I will come. And he comes also. According to Gopal Champu, 2 months he stayed. And he married crores and crores of gopis. After Dantavakra is killed. And that happened after 44 years. So whatever the age, let's say he was 10, 11 years old, plus 44, at the age of 55 he came back. And he sent them back to Golokul. 2 months he stayed. That description is there here in Gopal Champu. So many details are there. It's very rustic literature. Then the question was, then who are these gopis married to? So they are false. So these are real ones and not exactly fake ones. They are what you call replicas, you can say ones. They are next to each other. So then it is said that these are like what you call real monies and all that, and they are like their reflections, something. Descriptions are given. And then Krishna has, for 1 month, Purnamasi says that I had prayed to the Lord when they get married, Krishna gets married to gopis, so they should perform puja also in the forest. Then nobody else should come. Because the gopis are still in that mood of separation from Krishna. That has to be relieved by their physically being together. Lot of description like that is in this. You all can read Gopal Champu, it's very nice.
All of them are
Go back to what is this? Huh?
The Swakiya place, other side of Yamuna. The Swakiya place.
Yes, this side is Parakiya, that side is Swakiya. They are now newly wedded, married couples. So they should be on that side. They go to Golok Vrindavan.
Nobody is there. After 54 age of age. Then he comes back. And all Vaishnavas are one. Unmanifested.
One more other manifestation. Radharani comes again after 100 years.
After 100 years, Radharani comes back.
Krishna goes back after 100 years.
Krishna goes to Golok Vrindavan.
Kasi is at 100 years. Radharani is separate from Krishna. So again, after 100 years, again Krishna goes back to Vrindavan.
So what is it question, comment or what?
And there are different parallel meditations happening now. Chakravarti is one purport, and then Krishna and Balaram meeting Nandamaras, sending back him to Mathura. He writes that time only Krishna and Balaram expanded 2 forms. Nandamaras and all covered, they expanded 2 forms. So one form, Krishna and Balaram went with them back to Vrindavan, and they stayed happily there. One form, they stayed here. Nanda and they went to separation, and they stayed in that way both are existing parallelly in Vrindavan. So they can't see each other.
Vasudeva Krishna here and Brajanandan Krishna there.
Krishna has two forms. He explained two forms. So when Uddhava first time went to Vrindavan, he saw that manifestation which Krishna was there, very happy, singing. So then after that, again he saw the second manifestation, separation.
Second manifestation in separation means what?
So there are two parallel.
Two Vrindavans are there.
Two parallel portions. One manifestation is Krishna is there, everybody is happily.
There are two Vrindavans. So Uddhava entered in one Vrindavan. Where? Same
both are happening, but both are happening without knowing each other.
Both the first times are happening.
Really, Janma Karma Chamari. Every time we hear newer and newer things.
The first time that manifestation where Krishna is there, everybody is happy, singing, posa.
And then
after that, after some time, then we saw that second manifestation, Krishna is not there. Those were separation from Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna shows the beauty of Vrindavan. So first he showed that.
Again, the second time.
No, there only. Just after a few days. He stayed now there for how much?
2 months.
2 months Balram stayed. Uddhav stayed for 4 months. Oh, good work.
So that time only sometime he saw and
Yes. So once he saw Krishna is no more present there in separation, then afterwards again he saw Krishna there or no?
He didn't see Krishna. He saw that Vrindavan is happy in that mood.
Happy. That means again they are having reunion with Krishna.
Krishna starting
Reunion, that is okay. But then after some days he saw Krishna is not there, they are having separation. So this continued till he left Vrindavan. Krishna is really mind-boggling. Every acharya is.
Kurukshetra, that happens after later. When comes to Kurukshetra.
Krishna age was 25.
We'll have to see here. Because this is in chronological order. Because Shukdev Goswami doesn't give in chronological order. He goes in ecstasy. So Jiva Goswami has given everything.
Let me explain that after Radharani, all gopis also they also came to Dwarka. They stayed with Gopi Kuva. They stayed there.
So that description is not in this, I think. That is in Chaitanya Mangal, I think. Chaitanya Mangal talks about Rukmini Devi feeling separation, that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appearance. But that Gopi Kuva, where is it?
Where is the Golokam?
Yes.
They when gopis and all they go to Dwarka, they stay outside. They create the Vrindavan. Krishna along with the queens and gopis.
That is Sri Brihad Bhagavatam. Where are you speaking from? Gopi Kuva.
Shivaram Maharaj.
Shivaram Maharaj. So where is he describing from?
Many offenses.
Yeah, actually several things are there.
Apparently they entered into Gopi Kuva. When they disappear, that time all gopis entered into Gopi Kuva. It's Gopi Chandan.
From there only they left. That description is there in Bhagavatam also. Na? Krishna showed them across Yamuna. He showed his abode, and then they are wandering. Then they understood that Golok and here, what is the difference? They are in the same place. That kind of description is there. But here is saying only they entered inside only. And that too in Dwarka, Gopi Kuva.
Gopitana. There they disappeared. And here Gopal Thakur said that Krishna went to the Vrindavan and there he took them.
He left, but he goes back to Mathura. He goes back to Dwarka. Because some other things are remaining.
Yes.
Then he goes back.
And then another way, then Radharani again came after Kurukshetra.
You are not meaning that, na? Radharani went and like then 100 years gap was there. Because Radharani has to feel separation from Krishna, according to Krishna. And then Krishna went, like that.
That time Radharani they all went to meet Krishna to Dwarka. After 100 years separation.
But Krishna means
two forms. One went back.
Okay, one went and one stayed back in Vrindavan.
When he was
only Radharani or all everyone was there. All one set was here.
Nirmala says, well, I don't want Vasudeva to feel unhappy with a friend. So you are expert, you are wonderful. You will be here only. Here also, and at the same time, you will be present in Mathura, Dwarka also. Then Krishna again expands, he stays on farm there and from farm goes back to Dwarka.
Okay, when he is staying for 2 months in Vrindavan also, that time also when Krishna is in Mathura, in Dwarka.
When his marriages happened that time.
Yeah, Shri Krishna Bhagwan ki.
This is about Krishna staying in how many years? Yes, in Gokul, Mahavan, then Vrindavan, then Nandagram, then Mathura and Dwarka. Timeline.
That is there in our books, Brajamandal Parikrama books.
3 months in
3 months, 3 years, 4 years, so 4 months in Gokul Mahavan. Then 6 years, 8 months in Vrindavan. But there also how it is like they are moving in deep, in the Chatikara, and then he goes to Nandagaon. There is there till age 10 and 11, I think, 11 months. 10 years?
10.78.
10.78.
7 or 8 months.
Like that.
Then Mathura, 1 month.
Mathura, the description is there, I think, in the introduction.
Say 1 month before going to Ujjain.
Before going to Ujjain, he stayed in Mathura for 1 month. Like that. And then he went to Ujjain for
2 months in Ujjain.
2 months, 64 days. And then he came back.
And again 2 months in Mathura. Then 2 months in Vrindavan.
Vrindavan?
He went 2 months.
Who? Krishna. How he went?
Uddhava and then came.
Uddhava went, Balaramji came.
After Krishna went for 2 months.
But how that?
54 age.
Because we see na that Krishna and Subhadra, Balaram is saying, I will not go. This fellow, then Subhadra says, I will take lead. This Jagannath pastime is there na. Mind boggling.
When Uddhava returned to Mathura, he convinced Krishna to visit Vrindavan, giving unlimited pleasure to Brajavasis. Once again, Krishna was a happy cowherd, tending cows, dancing with gopis, and fulfilling his love of his parents. But at the conclusion of 2 months, he returned to Mathura and lived there for another 25 years.
Where is this from?
10, 78, 16. Count
10,
78, 16.
Commentary by whom?
Shivaram was quoting in the Bhaktivedanta.
Shivaram Maharaj is quoting.
He said in the commentary of this. This commentary. Then Mathura 25 years he stayed. And moved to Dwarka in 36th year. 36th year is.
So 25 plus 11. 11 years in Vrindavan, 25 years in Mathura. At the age of 36, he left for Dwarka. And he was there till?
Then he went to Kurukshetra 44th year. 44th year, taking advantage of solar eclipse, Krishna invited Brajavasis to make a pilgrimage to Kurukshetra. At that holy place, the Rishis and Brajavasis enjoyed an emotional reunion. Gopal Champu, Uttara Champu is quoting from there. Then Kurukshetra 3 months.
Kurukshetra 3 months.
All they came back. But Krishna stayed back with his Maharaj
Maharaj is the
Kurukshetra.
Maharaj was 90 years ago.
Maharaj was at the age of 90. After that he was there for 36 years, no? Pandavas were there for 36 years. They ruled for 36 years, no?
Not 125.
Then last year sacrifice, that same year, 44th year. After he came back, killed Chandrakara, then again went to Vrindavan for 2 months.
Again went to
The 2 months visit to Gokul had a different flavor than did Krishna's earlier pastimes on the western side of Yamuna. For the satisfaction of his Gokul associates, Krishna displayed his pastimes of marrying the gopis. Padmapuram, Uttarakhanda. At the conclusion of his visit, Krishna again returned to Dwarka, but remained in Vrindavan in his unmanifest form as he always does. This time, however, he was visible to Brajavasis, and thus they were able to associate with him constantly.
After 2 months also. So they kind of one set went there, one set here, remained here, and he was visible with them.
The Pandavas enthroned on 57th year. Krishna.
Pandavas?
Pandavas enthroned. Pandavas spent 13 years in exile. And after that, Rasi sacrifice. Not 4th year. 13 years they went to knowledge. 57th year they came back. The Pandavas spent 13 years in exile. After that, they came to the bloody war. Yudhishthira Maharaj's ascension to throne. Krishna was 57 years old at this time.
57. 44 plus 13. At the age of 44, Rajeshwar sacrifice, kind of. Then 13 years of exile. 12 plus 1.
And Emperor Cousin 60.
Yudhishthira is 3 years elder.
Gopal Chambu
Yeah, it is mentioned here.
Then married with Gopis at Dwaraka. 111 years old. Marriage of Gopis at Dwaraka.
At Dwaraka. Gopis means what? Queens or
Gopis went to Dwaraka. After 100 years of separation, the curse got over. Then 111 years.
Okay. 11 is to 111.
Gopis are they went to Kurukshetra.
Gopis went to Dwaraka. Then what happened?
Then they married to Krishna.
Married, in Dwaraka.
Separate outside Dwaraka.
That now Vrindavan kind of.
Finally, 100 years after Krishna's departure from Vrindavan, Sridhama's curse expired. Srimati Radharani, along with the other Sakya Gopi expansions, at once went to Dwaraka, where Krishna married them. The disappearance 125th year. After this incident, Krishna continued to live in Dwaraka with Sakya Gopi expansions and his queens for another 14 years.
So 111 plus 14, 125. 14 years with Gopis and Sakya wives or in Dwaraka. And then?
In his 125th year, he decided to close his Prakata portions and return to Aprikata Goloka, accompanied by his associates, Dham, and other transcendental personalities.
This is complete account of start to end. And this, there's no end, but whatever. किसको कृष्णा को फॉरवर्ड करेंगे I want this information from Prabhu. In that, which book is this? Krishna Sangati.
Next unit.
So, these are very vast. Anyway, any question down to earth? Online? Is there anyone online who has a question? They already left and they're taking lunch.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Any observation?
No. So you were saying, where is it written, those 10 incarnations, other places? I was just looking up Garuda Puran and Varaha Puran.
Our Prabhu, Bhagavatam Prabhu will forward to all the Bhaktivedanta students. Achha, he is telling,
Garuda Puran and Varaha Puran has it. And there is one article which says even Agni Puran and Vishnu Puran has those 10, wherein Krishna is one of those 10. And the verses are there. Verses of Garuda Puran and Varaha Puran are given.
Okay, could you forward to all the devotees?
I will forward the
text and article. He will forward to all.
Okay. And what he just rattled away, Krishna staying here and there, if that could be forwarded to all, that will be very helpful.
Yes, that is there in Shura Maharaj book, but that will be forwarded to all.
Thank you, bro.
Okay, so we end here. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Samveta Gaura Bhaktaram ki jai, jai Gaur Pranam.
So tomorrow class will be at same time, 10:45, and same venue here. Hare Krishna. Okay, otherwise you can send that in chat and then I will send you all.
The devotees are asking, this chapter will take long days.
Will take?
One day or 2 days.
May take 2 days also because many big commentaries are there. And it is not like a pastime like this, no? So we can have some discussion. But then now there also rasa is there anyway. It is Yugal Git, two verses together. So total 12 verses, 24. One the introduction and at the end concluding. So 24 plus 1, 26. The commentaries are long ones. They have exam following this, na? Worst case, if tomorrow it ends, you can come and prepare for exam. Exam नहीं है? Weekend में होता है ना आपका?
They prepare for 2 hours only. 1 hour to prepare.
क्या बात है? आप सब एकदम श्रुतिधर है. Question already known, but you have to make the answers ready. You have to memorize, ना?
जनरल देखना पड़ेगा क्वेश्चन भी है कि नहीं.
अच्छा. कभी आपका सीबी ही नहीं होता. सीबी तो सब होता है, ओबी कभी नहीं होता हमारा. आपका तो ओबी भी अलग है.